Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin Emirate. Dr. Abdulkadir Olatunji Nagode, the first Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin Emirate, is one of the surviving children of a retired Deputy Permanent Secretary and Federal Commissioner in the National Population Commission, Alhaji Saliu Alabi Nagode, between 1924 and 1983. A contemporary of the first elected president of Nigeria, Alhaji Sheikh Usman Aliyu Shagari, GCFR, a former Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, Alhaji Yusuf Maitama Sule, CFR, and the first Chief Judge of Kwara State, was also the second Madawaki of Ilorin, Justice Saidu Kawu, CON, at the famous Kaduna College, now Barewa College, Zaria, in the 1940s. The late Alhaji Nagode was one of the most influential and impactful technocrats produced by Ilorin Emirate. The mother of the Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin was Alhaja Hannatu Belgore Nagode, who died 2019, a daughter of Sheikh Mahmoud Belgore and granddaughter of Sheikh Muhammad Ahmed Belgore between 1831 to 1913, who was reputed to be the second grand scholar of Ilorin post-Sheikh Alimi era. She was also a granddaughter of Sheikh Shuaib Bawa, who reigned as the Emir of ILORIN from 1915 to 1919. Dr. Nagode's mother was equally a niece of the 8th Emir of ILORIN, Sheikh Abdulkadir Shuaib Bawa, who reigned between 1919 and 1959. The Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin is, therefore, a cousin of the incumbent Emir, Dr. Alhaj Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, CFR, as well as that of a former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Saliu Madibo Alpha Begore, GCON, among others. Dr. Abdulkadir Olatunji Nagode is an exemplary personality and one of the traditional title holders of Ilorin Emirate as the first Dan Amanan Gari of Ilorin Emirate. He is one of the upwardly mobile professionals of Ilorin Emirate origin who is committed to all-round progress of the community.
We give all thanks to Almighty Allah.
Is an accomplished finance expert and strategist with over 27-year working experience in finance, accounting, cost control, and administration, of which 25 years were spent in the petroleum industry, upstream and downstream. Dr. Nagode was appointed the Executive Director, Finance, NF,
the
and
Emir,
subsequently
Tax
Compliance and Reporting for NNPC Limited. He was previously the head of Insurance Department in the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company,
I really appreciate this honor done to me and my entire family.
As Manager Insurance, another subsidiary of NNPC located
of
in
Ilorin
Benin,
Emirate.
Edo State.
May Allah reward our father abundantly. May Almighty Allah continue to reward him more abundantly. I want to seize this opportunity to thank all my family members, all my brothers, my friends that have really supported and their prayers too in this. And above all, I want to thank Almighty Allah again. And I want to use this opportunity to pray to Allah to please take all these blessings and rahmah, and may Allah forgive my late parents, my mother, late Aja Annatu Nagode, Begore, Dambawa. May Allah forgive her. May Allah accept her to Al-Jannah Firdaus. May Allah forgive my father, Alhaji Saliu Alabi Nagode. May Allah continue to show his rahmah and blessings on them. It's their barakah, it's their blessings, it's their rahmah, it's their rahmah, it's their rahmah. May Allah forgive them. May Allah take all this to them in the grave and shower His rahmah and mercies on them. And I want to seize the opportunity to thank my entire family, in the Nagode family, in the Begore family, and in the Alimi dynasty, all our brothers and sisters, all our parents, all our aunties, all our uncles. This honor is for all of us. May Allah grant us long life in good health to be able to carry the trust imposed on us and to be able to deliver on it. Bijaya Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
My younger brother, the new Dan Amanan Gari Ilorin, is a God sent, man. He's a philanthropist. He's a God-fearing, man. I've always watched him, closely, and I know very well that he has, the good understanding of the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he has always, lived his life, around, those two. I have no doubt in my mind, that the Emir has made, the right choice. For us, it's more or less like a big achievement for the family. A very big one is like him winning a laurel for the family. So it's the Emir has bestowed this title not only to Dr. Tunji Abdulkadir, but to the Nagode family, and by extension, the Belgore family and the family, of Sheikh, Ali, our father, the Emir of ILORIN. We want to seize the opportunity to thank him immensely for this honor, and we're not taking it for granted. We take it, as a very big privilege and honor, to all the family.
Dr. Abdulkadir is an accomplished finance expert and strategist with over 27-year working experience in finance, accounting, cost control and administration, of which 25 years were spent in the petroleum industry, upstream and downstream. Dr. Nagode was appointed the Executive Director, Finance, NF, and subsequently Head Tax Compliance and Reporting for NNPC Limited. He was previously the head of Insurance Department in the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, NPDC, now NEPL, as Manager Insurance, another subsidiary of NNPC located in Benin, Edo State. He is an alumnus of the prestigious Harvard and Cambridge universities, where he earned certificates in finance for senior executives (FSE) and driving corporate performance (DCP) from the Harvard Business School (HBS), Harvard University, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, as well as general management certificates from the University of Cambridge, George Business School (CJBS), and a mini MBA from the London School of Business and Finance (LSBF), both in the United Kingdom. He also holds a leadership certificate from the famous INSEAD Business School. Dr. Abdulkadir graduated with a bachelor's degree (BSc) in accounting from the University of Jos in 1994, and later obtained 2 master's degrees, an MBA and MSc Business Administration and Management Science, both from the University of ILORIN in 2001 and 2003 respectively. He was awarded PhD in Business Administration by the University of ILORIN in 2022. He is also a fellow certified National Accountant (FCNA), Amanan, and a fellow of Chartered Institute of Administrators (FCIA), Nigeria. He is also an associate member of CITN, the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Dr. Abdulkadir Nagode's deep passion for the oil and gas industry led him to kickstart his career with the then African Petroleum PLC (AP), where he rose through the ranks to become the head African Petroleum PLC District Office and NNPC Depot, ILORIN. He later worked as a manager for the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) in Abuja, also as a state manager for V-Mobile Nigeria Limited. Dr. Abdulkadir joined the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) in 2007 as Assistant Chief Accountant and was assigned to one of its subsidiaries, the National Petroleum Investment Management Services (NAPIMS), now NOIMS, located in Lagos. At NAPIMS, he oversaw the production sharing contract account (PSCA) of major international oil companies (IOCs) such as Total, E&P, Chevron, Adax, Snepco, Mobil, NAOC, Agib, Statoil, BG, and others. His impeccable work ethic and technical prowess ensured his promotion to Deputy Manager PSC C&B. He was the cost controller for NNPC on the USAN and Egina Deep Offshore multi-billion-dollar NNPC and Total E&P projects. He won the GMD's commendation and award as Deputy Manager PSC for cost saving achieved in millions of US dollars on OML 138 NNPC/ESO dispute resolution. He was the chairman cost recovery team for NEPL, NPC, now NPDC, and recovered billions of naira and millions of US dollars respectively. He led various cost verification exercises of many international oil companies (IOCs) operating PSC and JV in Nigeria, both within and outside Nigeria, resulting in several cost savings for NNPC Limited. He equally received NNPC Limited GEO's award in November 2023 for cost savings. Dr. Abdulkadir Nagode facilitated construction of Olufade Maternity and Child Referral Center worth over 500 million naira located within Balogun Fulani community inside the heart of Ilorin Emirate. The project parades state-of-the-art that will reduce pressure on the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital UITH, the Ilorin General Hospital, Ilorin and the Sobi Specialist Hospital, Ilorin, as well as the Children's Specialist Hospital, Center Igboro, Ilorin, particularly in taking care of the health needs of infants and their mothers. Dr. Abdulkadir, a great philanthropist, impacts are being felt here and there just to ensure the qualitative growth of our community.
Dr. Nagode's contributions in Ilorin have gone a very long way. I can easily point out his contribution in terms of the health welfare of the people of Ilorin by ensuring that a medical center was set up in Okealuko in Ilorin. The medical center has been of great tremendous use to the people of Ilorin and the Emirate as a whole. So for me, that is a classical case of an indigenous contribution to his environment.
He brought our hospital. I'm the chairman, WDC of the hospital. He facilitates the hospital to be big one, Olufade Hospital. When you see there, even the equipment in that hospital, in this Kwara, unless I don't know, it may be, it's not in any hospital in this Kwara.
ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب.
Dr. Abdulkadir Nagode, who is also the founder of Hanatu Belgore Nagode Islamic Foundation, has sponsored an annual Quran recitation competition for some years, as he has also sponsored Al-Husna, an Islamic enlightenment program on radio throughout the holy month of Ramadan for several years running. He is widely acknowledged to have memorized great parts of the Holy Quran under the late Mufti of Ilorin, Sheikh Salahuddin Apaokagi in Owo.
It was established fi sabilillah, free of charge. The uniform for male and female, no school fees, no anything, just to enroll, even no form. The form is free of charge. It's just to enroll your children, your word with us, or everything that may be needed is from the founder of this foundation, in person of Dr. Abdulkadir Olatunji Nagode, the first Dan Amanan of Ilorin Emirate. Is the one in charge of everything, to take care of the salary of the teachers, the welfare, well-being of the pupils, the payment for the rent, the uniform, the salary for the teachers, and all the equipment in this establishment, like computer, laptop, and whatever, to propagate Islamic religion, to cut across the globe in another better way, by training them how to recite the Quran and how to know the recitation of the Quran through the ICT.
What thing I observe about Tunji is this: he's an opinion mover. It is only I and Tunji that did science courses during our days because we read together. But at the end of the day, when we are with him, you discover that Tunji, you find Tunji in one corner in his house reciting the Quran. I could remember a particular day, he came to me, we went on to see other friends. By the time I goes in and I discovered that it has been the usual character, you see Tunji sitting in one corner reciting Quran. Aside this, I noticed one thing about him. When it's around 11 or 12 o'clock, you always see Tunji observing Nabila, even up to the present today in his working place.
Dr. Nagode also runs a free Quran memorization center in memory of his beloved mother, Hajia Hannatu Belgare Nagode, located inside Ilorin, as he has equally assisted many of his younger compatriots to secure employment opportunities, in addition to the payment of school fees of several others.
Tunji Nagode is a good son of this for Ilorin, even for this Kwara, because he helped both indigent and non-indigent. If anybody comes to us, have problem, maybe on health, on education, on anything, when we call him, he will solve the problem. And he did all housewife every year. He will buy cloth for them to make the year enjoyable. He's an Amanan person. When you tell him something, he will not disclose to another. If he do good with right, he will not left to know.
Ó sì ṣe má lè gbàgbé púpọ̀ nínú sẹ̀mí ayé tèmi gan fúnra mi. Ó ṣe púpọ̀ tí n lè gbàgbé láíláíláíláí. Àlùbáríkà bí mo ṣe wà yìí, ọba lóhùn fún mi ní àjì kí n lọ sí Mẹ́kà. Ẹni tó rán sí mi ń jọ́nà lọ́hùn-ún nígbà wọ́n dé tí wọ́n sọ fún mi kíní yẹn kọ́kọ́ ṣe bákan gẹ́gẹ́ bí position tí èmi tẹ̀ tún sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn pé abẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ ni wọ́n ran yín sí ni wọ́n lé mi náà ni àdúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run rọ́bìlì alámínà. Ní tó tún wá ṣe tó tún jọ mí lójú nu àjìun ọ sọ lọ́dún náà wípé òun ò sì fẹ́ kí n dá lọ, òun ò sì ní mú yàn wá lọ́dọ̀ òun, èmi ni kí n wá ẹni tí ẹnu mi ọ̀ka tá a jọ lọ, kò bá àsọkùnrin kò bá àsọbìnrin. Ọba lọ́dà bá láìpẹ́ lọ́ba fi ní ẹni tí mò ń fẹ́ ni lọ́ba fi jẹ́ àwa méjì tàbí jọ lọ ní 2022. Àdúrà mi fún ni wípé àkọ́kọ́ Ọlọ́run kó dákun kó wọlé àrùn táǹkì lọ́wọ́ yìí Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ó ṣubú.
Wọ́n mú wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí family wọn ni wọ́n mú wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí òṣìṣẹ́. Mi expect pé mo lè lọ ájì láyé 2023 tó kọjá. So ní wọ́n á pè mí lórúkọ tó ṣé bàbá mo ní mo ṣe mo ti láàjì rí mo ní mi ti láàjì onítọ̀ kí n máa ṣàdúrà fáwọn pé pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ní lọ Mẹ́kà ní ọdún yìí. Kódà mi bọ́ báyà mi ṣe rí inú mi ṣe dùn tó ń jọ̀hún. So bàtà wa ṣàṣe wọ́n á ní àwọn PA ẹ̀yà aláyà kan wọ́n lọ ya passport fún mi wọ́n ṣàṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó mo dúpẹ́ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. àwọn ló rán mi láàjì 2023. Ṣùgbọ́n tí mo tún wá ní problem tí mo síkì ní June 2024 tó kọjá títí dìsín àwọn ni wọ́n ń tọ́jú mi owó tí wọ́n fi tọ́jú mi kódà ó tó ṣe nǹkan.
ọdọọdún àwa 120 lóbìnrin létà mẹ́yìn aṣọ kárí wa ọdọọdún kí wọ́n tó jẹ́ dá Amanan yìí ni wọ́n ti máa ń ṣe ìgbà tí wọ́n tún wá jẹ́ yìí náà kọ́lọ́run ọba kó tún gbé wọn jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ bá ṣe lérò bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ń ṣe fáwọn àgbà ni wọ́n ń ṣe fáwọn ọ̀dọ́ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ lọ́kùnrin náà bẹ́ẹ̀ bí kálukú ti ń jẹ́ àǹfààní wọn ni àlè tírú wọn àwa tún wá fi tiwọn yìí àtún fi ń pàkíyèsí fún àwọn tọ́lọ́run tó bùkún kí wọ́n dákun tírú wọn bá ń pé 2 mẹ́ta 4 ládùúgbò kò ní sósì.
ó wá mú nǹkan ribiribi sádùúgbò sínú ilé ẹni tí ò ní sẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀rọ fún ẹni tí ń lẹ̀ sọ́fẹ́ lẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀rọ fún ẹni tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ iléèwé ọ̀ràn lọ́wọ́ gbogbo nǹkan kọ́tẹ́dẹ́ rí mọ́kà nìkan yìí oore ń ṣe fún wa ládùúgbò ni wọ́n ń fún wa jẹ ń fún wa mú ń fún wa ibi ọ̀pá wa àṣìrá ń wò ó kọ́dà tẹ́dẹ́ rí àwọn ọmọ òkú àdúrà mi fún un ni pé kọ́lọ̀ máa ràn án lọ́wọ́ kọ́ bá ń gbé gòkè kọ́mọ̀ rẹ̀ tílé kọ́mọ̀ rẹ̀ gbé ẹ̀yìn káyé ọmọ rẹ̀ lẹ́pà.
This patriot is also one of those who support the development initiatives of the community's umbrella socio-cultural organization, the Ilorin Emirate Descendants Progressive Union (IEDPU). He has equally offered financial support to the Ilorin Emirate Doba Committee and the Ilorin Central Jumat Mosque on an annual basis. He has also engaged in the renovations of many mosques, as he has also donated many boreholes to several sub-communities in the community. He also rendered many financial support to various youth developmental and Islamic activities within and outside the Ilorin Emirate, Kwara State, and in Nigeria.
Everywhere he happens to be there, his presence is well felt. The community borehole here, which is motorized, has been established by our great son. Well-to-do, the old age, the young aspiration, the one who are in institution of ILORIN, they benefit immensely from the first Amanan Gari of ILORIN. He has a goal for the community. He has a goal for himself. I pray to Almighty Allah that I want him to the highest pinnacle here in the country or outside will be his inshallah.
It's not very common. A lot of people in the community have money. They have this money. But how many are willing to deploy these resources for the betterment of others? Few people like Dr. Nagode, who is ever willing, who cheerfully gives, cheerfully, and I'm using the word cheerfully very, very emphatically.
His siblings are Alhaj Sulaiman Baba Nagode, late Justice Safiat Titi Daibu, Malam Ahmed Bolaji Nagode, DG Naptin, and Barrister Mrs. Mariam Folawiyo Gubiri.
Alhaji Tunji Nagode, right from when we were children, has always been a man of great determination, very hardworking, loving, caring, and then is a man that is always dedicated to whatever task is given to do. And by the grace of God, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide him and give him all that he needs to carry on to be of great service to his community.
Dr. Abdulkadir Nagode is a devoted family man, a loving husband, a doting father and grandfather. Dr. Abdulkadir Nagode is happily married to Hajia Hafsat Nagode, the daughter of a distinguished elder statesman, Alhaji Hanafi Idiaro. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Amanan Limited, Abuja. The two are blessed with 4 children, that have graduated and doing very well in various professions too. They include Mrs. Mariam Nagode Adelodun, an assistant manager staff of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mrs. Hasia Nagode Ali, who is an Abuja-based lawyer, Mr. Mohammed Madibo Nagode, a first-class electronic and electrical engineer. He is the project engineer and business development manager with Sparks Lab Technology, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and Mr. Mohammed Bilal Nagode, who recently obtained a first-class degree in economics from the University of Essex, United Kingdom, and currently working with PwC in Abuja.
He's an amazing father, he's a present father, he's my first love, a trusted father, is very present, and he's a loving person. I pray Allah guides him, I pray Allah protects him.
To God be the glory. He's an amazing man. He's a wonderful husband. I don't know what to say about him because he came as a full package. After Almighty Allah, is my protector, my rock, my guiding angel, because he's always pushing me to be a better person. Do you understand? He can go to any length to satisfy his family. I would like to say that he lives for his family. He cares for our children. He is always doing everything within his power to make us comfortable and happy. That title just defines who he truly is. He is a very, very truthful person, very blunt. He has a very, very good heart, and I believe that with that quality is going to make an exceptional reign of this title.
Dr. and Mrs. Nagode have also been blessed with grandchildren. Though Dr. Nagode is a man with global perspectives, he remains an Ilorin homeboy. This is because most of his intimate friends are his Ilorin compatriots. These include the Chiroma of Ilorin, Prince Abubakar Bature Sulu Gambari, SAN, Ambassador Dr. Ahmed Tuji Gambari, the Dan Iya of Ilorin, Engineer Sulaiman Kalekau, FNSC. Other friends of his include the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Housing, Dr. Shuaib Lamido Belgore, OON, Dr. Yakubu Belgore, Lawyer Hanafi San, Malam Omar Yahya, Mr. Sulaiman Laro, Honorable Abubakar Kaniki, Dr. Katibi, Engineer Kale Yusuf Ayegun, Mr. Paul Fua, Malam Baba Kalatima, Mr. Abdurrahuf Baba Abdurazak, Mr. Abdul Aziz Yankauniyagi, Barrister Tokwe Aluko, and Mr. Kale Shiru, to mention just a few. Why Gari, Yusuf Ali San, and Mr. Abdulkadir Olatunji San are both in-laws to the Dan, Amanan and Gari of Ilorin Emirate.
No children are reflections of their parents. I can tell you that my son's wife, who is now my daughter, is an epitome of goodness. And that's a reflection of his parents, of our parents. So, if you get married into a family, and what you see from that family is happiness, joy, you know that that's a good family.
It's completely incomplete as a person if he doesn't have his family around him. It takes so much pride in having his family doing well. Not just the immediate family, but even the immediate. He is I'll call it a hub in his family. Somebody to which a lot of people gravitate towards him. Because I believe he means well.
He has attended many overseas trainings and conferences in Europe, Asia, America, Middle East, and Africa. He enjoys reading, playing golf, watching football, learning about new cultures, supporting social development initiatives, and humanitarian activities across Nigeria. He is also a member of the Ikoyi Club 1938, IBB International Golf Club, and pioneer member of the Third Estate, Ilorin Emirate.